Trump security team's massive blunder was caught on camera, drawing fresh scrutiny to how the incident unfolded. Days after the Trump assassination scare, the Department of Justice released new video as the investigation continues. On camera, the gunman charges through security while a dozen agents watch, capturing a brief but striking moment from the breach. A 12-gauge shotgun and a black coat were central to how the gunman breached security at Trump's gala, according to the details released so far.
There's been some talks about changes to your security after what took place.
Changing my security.
Changing your security after what took place.
Well, they did a pretty good job, actually. He was a speedy guy, but he was stopped. They had many levels in front of him before he would even come close.
New footage related to the recent assassination attempt on US President Trump was released, adding more detail to the ongoing case. A video released by the Department of Justice showed the gunman bursting in from a hotel doorway, according to officials. The clip showed nearly a dozen security agents gathered around a security checkpoint, underscoring the heavy security presence at the scene. A man wearing a long dark coat walked through the corridor and then disappeared into the doorway, as seen in the footage. A moment later, the gunman re-emerged and sprinted through the metal detector, marking the brief sequence captured on camera. Prosecutors said in an affidavit that the gunman's coat concealed a 12-gauge shotgun. The gunman was also seen charging through a security checkpoint while Trump attended the press gala. The CCTV footage also appeared to show security agents pointing guns in the direction of the gunman. The gunman, identified as Cole Tomas Allen, was charged with attempting to assassinate Trump. The incident occurred on April 25 at the White House Correspondents Dinner. Allen, who had checked in as a guest, was seen walking down a hotel corridor on the eve of the gala, according to the available reports. The gunman was reportedly carrying a semi-automatic handgun, a pump-action shotgun, and 3 knives, adding to the seriousness of the case. Allen also faced additional charges, including transporting a firearm across state lines with the intent to commit a felony. This also includes discharging a firearm during a crime of violence, according to the BBC. On April 30th, Trump was asked whether any changes had been made to his security team after the incident, as questions about the breach continued.
There's been some talks about changes to your security after what took place.
Changing my security.
Changing your security after what took place.
Well, they did a pretty good job, actually. They stopped the NFL running back. I mean, he was like a running back. In fact, if he ever got out, they're probably going to sign him. He was a speedy guy, but he was stopped. They had many levels in front of him before he would even come close. You could be a baseball team and win 19-0, and somebody could say, you should have won 21. You should have gotten 25 runs. The team was no good or something. So I don't know. I can only say that I know a lot of those people at Secret Service, and they were good and they were forceful. And I saw the guys in front of me. They were powerful-looking guys. I said we could send them to Hollywood. They could make movies. I think that there's always room for improvement, right? And he got into the building. The problem is I know that's what I do. I build buildings like that. Much nicer, actually, but I build buildings like that. And, when you have 1,000 rooms sitting on top of a ballroom, and you have the elevators coming down right near the entrance, it's a pretty tough situation. Now, right outside, we have something that's on time, on budget, actually ahead of time, and ahead of budget depending on finishes. Finishes is a big difference between marble and onyx in price, but it's right on budget, right on time. And that's built to the highest standards of security. No units on top, no hotel built on top where an elevator comes right down through the middle of it. It's a tough location. That's a tough location. So I think I know the people at Secret Service. I think they're great, and I think the Congress has to take care of those people. We're talking about ICE, we're talking about Border Patrol, Secret Service, everyone. The Democrats essentially want to defund the police, just so you know. That's right. They want to defund law enforcement. It's crazy. These people have gone crazy.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry guards.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.